Hello students, welcome back. In last video we have completed strategies for enhancement in a food production, all the breeding concepts, that is conventional and artificial methods, what will be the impact of breeding and hybridization experiments on increasing crop yield, on disease resistance capacity of the plant, and also flavoring or improving the taste and other genetic characters by either any of the breeding technique. Now second part of this chapter is, in last part we have discussed about plant. Now second part is dealing with the animal. So next concept or next heading of this chapter is a animal husbandry. This animal husbandry is nothing but a side practice for agriculture to make profits from that and for making the products which are useful for livelihood. So basically this animal husbandry can be defined as, animal husbandry is the agricultural practice of breeding and raising or rearing livestock. Now what do you mean by this livestock? So livestock is all that animals which are used for human needs, and they are directly taking part in human needs, or they are providing products made by them in the human need provision. So they are considered to be livestock, including all cattle, specifically cows, buffaloes, sheep, goats, then poultry birds like ducks, chickens, apiculture, that is honeybee rearing, and fishes. So these includes in a livestock which are ultimately taking part in a provision of a human needs. So including all this, their techniques of rearing, their breeding mechanism, how to get more products from them, keeping in a mind that these animals should be alive or they are used in a proper way. These all concepts are included in animal husbandry. As such, it is a vital skill for farmers and is as much science as it is a art. So animal husbandry deals with the care and breeding of livestock like buffaloes, cows, pigs, horses, cattle, sheep, camels, goats, etc. that are useful to human. It also includes the branches like fishery. So fishery include rearing, catching, selling, etc. And not only fishes, aquatic animals like fish, mollusk, crustaceans, etc. Since the time immemorial, animals like bees, silkworm, prawns, crabs, fishes, birds, pigs, cattle, sheep and camels have been used by humans for products like milk, egg, meat, wool, silk, honey, etc. So mainly the products we are getting from the animal husbandry are milk and milk products, eggs, meat, wool, silk, honey, etc. Including various type of animal, these products can be made available through the animal husbandry. It is estimated that more than 70% of the world livestock population is in India and China. So the two important countries for animal husbandry concept is India and China. Among total 100%, 70% of the livestock is only available in these two countries, India and China. However, it is surprising to note that remaining 25 to 30% is in a whole world. So ultimately India and China are taking more part in the livestock maintenance. That is, the productivity per unit is very low in others, but it is very high in these countries. And in addition to conventional practices of animal breeding and care, newer technologies also have been developed and achieved for the improvement in quality and productivity of the animals. Like in a plant where rearing, plant developing was earliest practiced in agriculture, but due to breeding techniques, that is conventional or artificial or genetic, there is a more improvement in agricultural practices. Similarly, in this animal husbandry or livestock development technique, we definitely know some conventional methods, but using more newer technologies and developed method definitely helps to improve the quality of the products and also the productivity, that is count, which matters. So in this we are going to discuss about four main branches, which are, first one is a dairy, second one is poultry, third one is fishery, and fourth one is apiculture. Apiculture is a honeybee rearing. So first one is a management of farms and farm animals. So these two, dairy and poultry, these are the complete side businesses for agricultural practices. Fishery and apiculture you cannot consider in complete side business for agriculture, but definitely dairy and poultry. How? Then the reason is that dairy animals like cows, buffaloes, these are, or goats or sheep, these are the animals which are ultimately used by farmers in their agricultural practices. So their cow dung, for example, cow dung is source of a manure, or it is a source of a humus for soil, which enriches the soil nourishment. So ultimately one animal can be used in both purposes. So this is nothing but the management of farms and farm animal. So poultry and dairy we are going to discuss in this heading, which is a management of farm and farm animals. So a professional approach to what have been traditional practices for farm management gives a much needed boost to our food production. So now we are going to discuss about the management procedures employed in various animal farm systems, and in this first one is a dairy management. So dairying is the management of animals for milk and its product for human consumption. So it is a management of animals for milk and its products for human consumption. So this dairy, whatever animal which is used for making milk and milk products will be included in a dairy management. So here firstly, the concept which we should know in dairy farm management, we deal with the processes and systems that increases yield and improves quality of milk. So all farmers which are not involved in dairy business, but still they have cows and buffaloes in their farm, they do practice of milk harvesting and making milk products, but which is not a business, which is just a practice which is carried out at a daily based level or home level. But if it is a business point of view, which is an industrial process, so here dairy farm management we have to discuss with processes and systems that increase yield and improve quality of the milk. So ultimately in dairy management, this is an important point to note, that is in dairy farm management we deal with processes and systems that increases yield and improve quality of milk. So ultimately every dairy management farm try to improve milk quality, milk quantity and its related product. But for this, milk yield is primarily dependent on the quality of breed in the farm, which breed is basically used for production of milk and milk product. So milk yield or quality is dependent on quality of breed used in process. So selection of good breeds having high yielding potential combined with resistance to diseases is very important. So breed of our choice should have two basic qualities, and that quality should be high yielding capacity and high resistance power. So this, if these two characteristics are available in any variety, any breed, that will be a good choice for the dairy farm management. Then for yield potential to be realized, the cattle have to be well looked after, they have to be housed well, should have adequate water and be maintained disease free. The feeding of cattle should be carried out in a scientific manner with special emphasis on the quality and quantity of the fodder. So if we are going to start a dairy business, so keeping animal in a one shed net and providing them some amount of food and water and getting milk and milk product, it's not a dairy business. Here you have to take care of everything related to rearing and keeping of the animal. So starting from a looking place which is suitable for the living of an animal. So primarily the things that are important for both dairy and poultry includes, first one, place should be well built with ventilation. Hygiene maintenance. Nutrition of animal. Regular medical checkup. Water provision to animal. Distancing between animal. These are the some points that should be noted down after the selection of a good breed. Only selecting good breed is not sufficient to make that business successful. So firstly, if we are going to start with a dairy business, there should be a proper place to keep that animal. That place should be well built and well maintained with the ventilation condition. Second thing, the animal which are placed together, there should be at least some feet distance between two animals so that their movement will not be disturbed by each other's movement. And next one is providing proper nutrition in a scientific manner. Scientific manner is firstly finding out the need of the animal and then providing nutrition. So if fodder which is provided to animal, it is not scientifically developed fodder. Scientifically developed in the sense, if you don't know the needs of the animal, definitely you are not going to provide a proper or expected nutrition to animal, which is ultimately going to affect the yield purpose. So firstly, searching or researching on the type of breed, what it is required, and then providing scientific nutrition is one of the important point. Then along with the nutrition, water requirement of the animal should be taken care. Regular medical checkup to maintain disease-free conditions in the animal, because as they are present in the environment, it is very common to get disease by insects or flies, etc. Next is a maintenance of a hygiene. because animals are standing on one place, so their all excreta is falling on the same place. So cleaning of that place and removal of the waste time to time is important for keeping all the condition in hygienic manner. This is not only compulsory in the dairy farm, this is also compulsory for any cattle business which is provided in a animal husbandry. So these are the some concepts that should be reminded during development of a business. Then besides stringent cleanliness and hygiene both are of paramount importance while milking, storage and transport of milk and its product. It's also important concept. Now whatever harvest which is taken out from that particular animal, milk or production of a milk product, so taking milk in a hygienic containers and keeping it in a hygienic conditions, then packaging and transport should be made in a proper scientific way. That is, food quality and assurance is one of the important concepts related to all food related businesses, where you have to show to the government that this is made in a clean and hygienic way and there is no chance of spreading any type of disease or health harm to anyone. This is important condition. Next is, much of the processes nowadays have been mechanized, which reduces the chance of direct contact of the produce with the handler. This is ensuring the more and more appropriate mechanism for harvest of the product and packaging of the product. Like in the bigger dairy businesses, for example, Amul is one of the brand milk where there is at least 90% of the work is carried out by machines, remaining 10% is dependent on the labor. So here, if machines are used, definitely there is a very less contact of hands and definitely there is a very less chances to spread any disease or any harm to the food. Next is the ensuring the stringent measures would be of course require regular inspections with proper record keeping. It would also help to identify and rectify the problems as early as possible. Regular visits by a veterinary doctor would be mandatory. So not only keeping animal, providing them food is sufficient, regular checkup of the animal, regular visit of the whatever the person who is responsible for that farm, it's also mandatory, so that every condition should be in check and that will reduce the chances of any harm. Then it is interesting to find out that how dairy business is kept in such a progress way. So here is a concept of a white revolution. Like green revolution after independence in India, green revolution was carried out, but in some time period after green revolution, white revolution also carried out, and that white revolution is nothing but the increased demand of milk and milk products and production of this same products. So this white revolution leading to the increasing provision of a labor to any worker, and secondly food industry was developed in case of a milk and milk product. So these are the conditions related to dairy and dairy farm management. So keeping this all conditions in mind, anyone can set up the dairy farm, but it should be necessary to assess milk that it should be nutritionally well and there is no harm from that particular milk product. Expiry date should be checked while making or while doing the processing. Any media or any fodder which is used to give to the animal, that should be checked first. So keeping every condition in mind or checking it twice, it will be helpful to succeed this business. So this was our first topic. Second one is a poultry farm management. Poultry is the class of domesticated fowl used for food or for their eggs. So they typically include chicken and ducks. The most common birds which are used in poultry are chickens and ducks for two purposes: meat and eggs. They typically include chicken and ducks, and sometimes turkey and geese are also used. The word poultry is often used to refer the meat of only these birds, but in a more general sense it may refer to the meat of other birds too. As in a dairy farming, selection of disease-free and suitable breeds, proper and safe farm condition, proper feed and water, and hygiene and healthcare are important components of poultry farm management. As already we have discussed, the condition which we have already discussed for dairy farm management, they are compulsory in poultry farm management also. Just the difference is that in poultry there are two classes. One is a layers and second one are broilers. Layers are egg laying birds, egg layers, and broilers are supposed to be meat producers. So in poultry these two classes are deviated. Egg layers are those birds which are only reared for egg laying processes. So in egg laying processes it is not compulsory to provide very abundant amount of food to the bird and keeping the bird's weight high, because meat is the second product, which is where chicken, if it is high weighted, definitely it is going to produce more meat. So in these two classes, provision of the material is different in both the cases. Egg layers are provided with the normal amount of food, and those breeds are selected which are able to produce more number of eggs within that particular criteria. But in meat producers, abundant amount of food is provided to the chickens or the birds which are going to produce meat, and their weight gain was is a proper concept where increasing meat production is one of the requirement. So here egg layers and meat broilers, these two classes were developed in this poultry farm management. Conditions are once again same. First, selecting a proper breed which is disease free and able to make more eggs or more meat. Secondly, keeping the place hygienic or ventilation is provided. Nutrition should be kept in mind. Regular medical checkup, because birds are very sensitive to infections or diseases like a bird flu, which is common. So here regular medical checkup is one of the important factor for this business. Distancing between animals is also important concept. And nextly, whatever eggs or meat which is taken from this animal, that should be harvested properly, hygienically, and packed and transported hygienically. So these are the conditions related to both the businesses, that is whether it is a dairy farm management or poultry. So keeping in mind all these requirements, if we are going ahead in this business, definitely there is a rate of success. Thank you.